Hello, and welcome to Everything Explained. I'm your host, and today we're exploring a big story playing out in the Himalayas and in the markets of Kathmandu, the Nepal mountain tourism boom. What do we mean by a boom? More hikers, more trekkers, more experiments in travel design, and more money moving through mountain villages. It's visible on the trails, in the wind-blown prayer flags near Namche, and in the new lodges along the valleys. It's also a big stretch of questions about how to grow without losing what makes these places special. First, what's driving it? A set of incentives came together. The mountains are more reachable than ever. Shorter routes into Lukla, faster flights to Pokhara, and better roads to gateways like Dhulikul or Basisahar have lowered the friction to begin a trek. The cost of gear and guides has come down in real terms, and many families see trekking as a reliable income, year after year. Secondly, promotion matters. Nepal's tourism boards pushed for higher visibility. Campaigns, media coverage, and the simple power of a good photo can turn a valley into a destination overnight. A sunrise shot over Everest can travel around the world in a day, and that kind of exposure feeds demand. Plus, more global travelers want authentic, active experiences. Trekking in Nepal sits at a rare blend of challenge and beauty, which travels well online. Third, the mix of travelers has widened. Not just mountaineers chasing big peaks, but families, school groups, and solo travelers keen for off-the-beaten-path trails. In the last decade, new routes opened up in Mustang, Dolpo, and even Longtong's more remote valleys, while classics like Everest Base Camp and the Annapurna Circuit kept drawing crowds. It's a little like a restaurant that keeps adding popular dishes. Once you know the menu, you come back for more. Where is it happening most? The Everest region remains the star. The path to Lukla, the flight at dawn, the tea shops clinging to the hillside, Namche Bazaar's little market, the drama of the trail has stayed. Annapurna's circuit and Gorapani Poon Hill still attract big crowds, and the Longtong and Manaslu regions are pulling more trekkers who want quieter, less crowded routes. Yet the same demand that fills tea houses can strain those very places. It's the paradox of a boom: more choices for visitors, more pressure on the land and on the people who keep the show running. What does that mean for the people who live there? Economically, the impact can be powerful. Trekking and guiding jobs bring wages, and lodges, restaurants, porters, cooks, and transport work ripple through nearby towns. In many villages, a trekking season is a major source of income, supporting schools, clinics, and local businesses. The money doesn't stay in one place, it feeds a chain of services from the cash register to the riverbank, to the bus stop, and into households. But there are costs to consider. The trails suffer from erosion, plastic waste, and the strain of more vehicles and more people in fragile ecosystems. Glacier melt and changing weather make routes more dangerous, and overcrowding on famous tracks can dim the sense of remote wilderness travelers come for. There's also a risk of inequity, quick profits for some, rising prices for local families, and concerns about the welfare and safety of porters and guides who shoulder heavy loads in harsh conditions. So what's being done? Nepal has long tried to balance tourism with conservation and community welfare. There are protected areas, such as Sagarmatha and Annapurna, with entry fees that support conservation work. Community-based tourism projects help villages manage lodges and homestays, giving locals a stronger voice in how tourism grows. Organizations encourage training for guides and porters, fair wages, and safety protocols. There's a push to reduce waste, improve waste disposal, and keep popular trails from becoming so crowded that they lose their magic. In short, the path forward is a blend of regulation, community leadership, and smarter, more sustainable planning. If we look ahead, the trend toward responsible growth matters as much as the trend toward bigger numbers. Diversifying into lesser-known areas, investing in training, and building infrastructure that respects nature can extend benefits to more communities while protecting the places travelers want to see. For visitors, the simplest choices matter: booking with reputable guides, carrying out what you bring in, and respecting local customs. The mountains teach a lesson in balance: climb with care, tread lightly, and leave space for others to find their own wonder. So the Nepal's mountain tourism boom isn't just a story about taller peaks. It's a story about how a country can grow with its mountains, without letting the mountains grow tired. The adventure remains irresistible, and with thoughtful choices, the story can keep inspiring for years to come. Thanks for listening, and may your next journey be guided by curiosity and care. Until next time, may your curiosity rise higher than the peaks, and your footprint be lighter.